Nittany Nation. Welcome to another edition of Nittany Sports Huddle TV.
Here on NittanySportsHuddle.com, presented by Go PSU
Indeed. And our friendly folks over at Dairy Queen.
Yes, we got Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen in the house.
EMT, we got a lot of sponsors.
Mortal Magnesium Therapy, folks. That's what EMT stands for. Well, these folks don't know. We got to tell them. What's that EMT all about?
Oh, I tell you what, that's a topical aches and pain product that does wonders for the body. If you have any minor aches and pains, it will give you some relief.
All right. Well, folks, we're joined by two of our former teammates, Penn State classmates. We've got Mr. Christopher Thorpe here.
Hello, Huddle Nation.
All right, and we've got Mr. Leroy Thompson.
Hello, Huddle Nation.
All right. Well, you have any questions for these gentlemen?
Absolutely. Now, Leroy, you come all the way from Knoxville, Tennessee. This is your first time back in a couple years. Tell us what your experience has been thus far being back in the State College area.
Experience has been phenomenal. It's actually the first opportunity I had to meet the coaching staff, and they've been very gracious with their time. Just seeing the fellas that, I mean, you may not see them for a year, 2 years, 10 years, but when we do come back, it's just family. It feels the same. A friend right here standing, watching the show. Family, that's what this whole atmosphere is about, and it's great to be back with all the synergy and the food, and it's wonderful.
All right.
Wonderful.
That's it. And we've got Chris Thorpe here. Chris, this is a time of year where the recruiting room was loaded. We were upstairs having our alumni meeting, and I opened the door to walk through the recruiting lounge, and it was loaded. Man, there had to be 150 people in there with their families and the children who are being recruited to come play Penn State football.
Let's make sure we get it clear. You did not walk through because you can't go there as alumni trying to give an extra little recording spill, so you just looked in the room.
No.
Right?
I opened the door, I looked in the room, I saw chicken wings, and I walked through. Actually, I did stop and speak to a coach, but it's not, nothing illegal at all. I'm just passing through and said hello. I got introduced to a prospect who hasn't signed yet, and it's hello, shake their hand, and keep it moving. But my question is, with all of that synergy, as Leroy just said, how does it feel to have played at Penn State, came here for 5 years, played football, won a national championship, gone on to do the things that you're doing in the Pittsburgh community, to have a son who's only a sophomore being recruited so heavily by not only Penn State, but all Big Ten schools? How does that feel?
Oh, it's great. I mean, it's a great opportunity. I'm excited for him. It's nice that he has the opportunity of possibly coming back to Penn State to play, if he so chooses to basically do that. But it's very exciting.
Now, he said it feels great for him. What about your pocket? We're talking about $120,000, $150,000 scholarship.
One of the greatest things, and I used to always tell my kids this, is our plan was to get a scholarship. And because that cuts out a lot of extra pay. And so it's a great feeling
there we go.
To know that that's one bill that I'm not going to have to pay.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Now, Leroy, you coming in from Knoxville, Tennessee, and it's a strong Penn State following all over the country. Tell us a little bit about the alumni chapter that's in the Tennessee area and some of the things that you guys do to get together to share this Penn State community.
Yeah, we have a summer banquet every year, spring banquet, but every single game, it's 30, 40 Penn State alumni, many of them that are from this area that watched us decades ago, and they migrated to different parts of the country. And in Knoxville, we get together every game at a different sports bar, and we watch the home games. We watch all the games, we eat, we share, and meet each other's family, network, do business, and that's the connect that's all across the country.
And that's what the Penn State community is all about, is networking, and that's why we always try to get so many people to come back to Penn State, because once you graduate, you have that opportunity to reach out to so many alum all over the country, all over the world, and you got to get that same love. Just like you said earlier, that you haven't been back in a couple years, but you feel like you never left.
Absolutely.
And that's the beauty of being here at Penn State.
That's an awesome point. Now, folks, we want you all to go to NittanySportsHuddle.com and join the huddle. When you join the huddle, that's showing your support for us, but it's also placing you in a position that all of the things that Leroy was talking about that the alumni chapter does, those things are going to be gathered together in one hub at NittanySportsHuddle.com, so you'll be able to come and see what Chris Thorpe is doing in the community and business-wise as an entrepreneur. You'll be able to see what Leroy Thompson is doing in his community in Tennessee, working in the government system, and as well as all of the other Penn State football alumni and alumni who decide that they want to be a part of the huddle. So we're doing some very, very special things moving forward. We're excited about our second year. And as a businessman, Chris, what you tell us going into business, because this is a business for Blair and I. We're in the business of creating community. That's what Nittany Sports Huddle is about. It's about expanding the community of Penn State athletics, not just football, but because we were all on the same team. We're talking about football now, but when we talk about matriculating away from football and into the workforce, or in your case, the entrepreneurial world, what was it like as an entrepreneur your first 5 years? Just to give folks an idea that, because I know it's not easy because we're in it now,
Absolutely.
but you've gone beyond that and have been in business for yourself for how long? Tell the people that first.
I've been in business. Choice Media Group has been around for 22 years.
Choice Media Group, what's your
22
website?
years.
Tell the people the website.
www.cmg-ds.com. That's www.cmg-ds.com. CMG is an audio video integrator. So our job is to take audio video and basically be able to integrate it into different forms of actual media.
Okay.
Yep. So my first 5 years were extremely difficult. But it's all about perseverance. That's it. And I have someone hitting my arm on the right-hand side. So
What?
Was I too long?
Are you getting long?
Well,
Be short, but then you get that's choice media.
So Leroy, just to give you your fair share, to tell us what you're doing. Tell us a little bit about the businesses that you've been in and some of the things that you're doing now.
Well, our community has always been important to me. I always wanted to go back home and try to bless my community after the NFL. So I got into real estate development and construction and went back to the most socially deprived communities is where I started and did a lot of center city projects. And most recently was the state of Tennessee's regional director for the state economic and community development department for the governor, and just transitioned back into private business, doing project management, business development, government affairs, program implementation, and just trying to have an impact on people and their families and the economy.
Right. That's great. And where do you see that Tennessee community going with your looking forward ahead, trying to develop that community? Because you said you was in private practice, then you went into the government system, and now you're going back into private. Do you see a lot of growth in the Tennessee area?
Well, you know what? I see growth here after learning about everything that's going on, re-energized for this new season of Penn State football and what we are means. One of the things I want to work with the NCAA, NFL, and also come back to my alma mater and implement some strategies and try to fill some voids and gaps that the team needs, that the Alumni Association needs, and that the coaching staff needs in our support.
That's a fantastic point and a great segue to this question. We're all back here for more than one reason. Because we're family, we come back and it's great. It's a reunion of sorts, but also we came to see what's going to happen on that field, to see what these young men have. We remember spring drills.
But we used to have to take that walk across. You remember this walk down that valley?
Yeah.
None of this stuff was here then.
Yeah.
Well, all sorts of new things, the ice arena and all of that stuff. But what I want you guys to touch on, starting with you, Chris, is what are your expectations when we get in the stadium to see blue versus white? What are you looking to see? I shouldn't say expectations, but what do you specifically want to see? One thing.
I think probably one of the best things or most important things that I'm looking for is a very competitive team. I think as long as they're competitive, they have that spirit to win, whether it's blue, white, or anything else. I mean, you want to go out there, and as long as those kids give it 100%, I think we'll be okay.
Okay. Leroy?
I think it was really, really strong last year. I'm looking to see the offensive line gel and see Hecklenberg get back to how he was playing in his freshman year, and with a full season off in this particular system, now be, the number 1, number 2 type of projected pick that he showed in his freshman year. So I'm very interested to see how the offensive gel, because it usually takes longer for offense to gel than it does defense.
Right, that's you hit it right on the head. It's always because there's so many different moving parts where the defense, they just going after the ball, so they more reactive to what they see, whereas on the offensive side of the ball, it's more timing and things of that nature. But I think some of the issues that they had on the offensive line, I think we got some bigger bodies in there. Now we got to see how fast Coach Han can get them up to speed and learning the techniques he wants them to do in the communication. It looked like it's a more experienced line, so we think Hackenberg should have a little bit more time with the size and athletic ability of some of the newer guys, but we still got to make sure that the play selection is what
fitting
to Hackenberg, because he's not that mobile quarterback. He's that drop back quarterback, and that's what a lot of people saw his freshman year, and I think people are dying to see that again, and hopefully they make that transition, and hopefully today we'll see some type of plays designed to benefit him so he can go out and have a great year.
All great points, gentlemen. Fantastic points. Just real quick, what I'm looking to see is more aggressiveness on the corners, both offensively and defensively. We were soft at tight end last year. We got big guys that can run. And also I want to see yards after contact, by our running backs. We were probably in the negative yards after contact with our running backs in last year when we were doing our grading system. But folks, I'm Quintus McDonald.
I'm Blair Thomas.
And this is Chris Thorpe and Leroy Thompson. We are Nittany Sports Huddle TV. Thank you for joining us. We're headed in to Beaver Stadium to see our boys get at one another. Thank you for joining us.
We are Penn State!
Say Nittany Sports Huddle TV!
Welcome back to Nittany Sports Huddle TV. We're here in State College, Pennsylvania, where Penn State is playing their annual blue-white game. I'm here with two friends,
Brian Luzier
and Mindy Grove,
and my co-host, Quintus McDonald.
Is that me? Hey, Nittany Nation.
We have two good friends here, and they have a company that they formed called People Helping People. Please tell us a little bit about your company.
Go ahead.
What we do is help people. We try to connect people with solutions. People have problems every day, and we all go through that. Everybody has a reason why they want to start some different things and get involved in different things in life. One of the reasons why we started what we did was to help as many people as we can get back on their feet and start to experience a little bit of prosperity with financial freedom just by simply helping other people.
Well, that's very interesting. Just because it sounds to me like you had an idea before you had a solution tool to attach that idea to help people. Is that how it went down? I mean,
correct. Yep.
And you guys are branding Mindy and Brian. Brian and Mindy, you're branding yourselves as People Helping People. Brian and Mindy and Brian. Did you have that idea? Was that given to the two of you, or is it something you guys sat down and said, you know what, let's do something here? How did that actually come about?
Well, the People Helping People is actually more than just us. It came from a bunch of leaders that we have learned from and some of the things that we do, and it just kind of fell on us because of the things that we like to do. And our biggest passions are helping as many people as we possibly can, so that's why we always wear the name People Helping People, but it really truly is way more than just us.
Now, did that originate in the York area, or?
No, it's been around for 8 years now. Started actually in Dallas, Texas. and just moved from there. Went from Dallas to New York, and now it's in 14 states plus DC. And,
Okay, so it's a movement.
So you guys know you guys want to help large amounts of people in any way you can.
Correct.
But tell us about the solution that you guys, or the vehicle that you guys are using to help, people.
We were simply shown an opportunity where we could generate another stream of income. Anytime you want to help change people's lives, you've got to find a funding source or a way to finance that, because nothing happens without money. Unfortunately, that's what makes the world go round. Even when you want to do good and you want to help more charities, you need to have a fundraising aspect, and we were simply shown an opportunity, and when we were shown that opportunity, we just took advantage of it fully, because we realized that when an opportunity is shown to you, you don't take it, that opportunity doesn't disappear, somebody else simply takes it.
Right.
So why we decided to grab a hold of it and just take it and run with it, especially when we saw it was helping people. It's not like we're asking people to do something that they don't already do habitually, and we're just simply showing them a way to help save on something that they do habitually every month, and that generates an income, and we in turn are able to use that to help as many people as we can. Charities as well are included in that.
Now, the word that you used twice has a very negative denotation, habitually. But you're using that word and that term in a space where you're talking about helping folks.
Absolutely.
Typically, when the word habitual is heard, you think of something negative.
That's right.
Tell the Nittany Sports Huddle Nation what you're presenting to people, and that habitual process that we're in that can be flipped to something that's positive.
Well, most of the time when you hear the word habitual, like you say, you think of something negative, whether it's an addiction or something. And addiction is not always a negative aspect. A lot of people associate that word with a negative aspect.
Absolutely.
But people in the world we live in today are addicted to energy. And what we have found is a way to help them save on what they're going to habitually pay every month as a utility bill for natural gas or electric in their homes or businesses. We're simply able to show them a way to guarantee to save.
Guaranteed savings.
Guaranteed savings.
I jumped on that one.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. You heard it first, right here on Nittany Sports Huddle, folks.
Yep.
Guaranteed savings.
Guaranteed savings. And so that's why, when you look at different things that are out there, you're not asking people to pay more to be your customer or to be your client. You're actually able to help. Even those who just want to be customers, you're helping them by saving, a large. Sometimes it's large. Sometimes it's 30-40% that we're able to help people save, depending on what they're currently paying in their bills. And people are now given, because of the government deregulating energy, they simply gave them a right to choose who their supplier is going to be, and we're just one of those choices that they can make. And we think of ourselves as the best choice because of all the benefits that we have to offer.
And you're looking at terms of gas and electric, not just
Correct.
one.
Correct.
Okay.
As a supplier of energy.
Correct.
Not the deliverer.
Not the distributor, not the deliverer, not the generator, just the retailer of the energy.
Right, because none of that changes. Everything still stays the same. You still have your generation, you have your delivery, and you have your supply portion.
Can you break that down
Sure.
to the people like myself, but the generation?
Yeah.
Right.
That
would be like your Shell and all the major, like TMI. What are the
PPL, MedEd, and all those as far as the distributors.
Right. But the
so
generation
the distributors generate as well.
They could
They
have,
used to,
but
yes.
they don't now. Like the big
Because of
companies
deregulation?
Right.
Okay.
They can only do one. So since
Okay.
they already had their lines laid and all that kind of stuff, they pretty much chose that they want to still stay the delivery people.
Okay.
And that's where all their money is already invested. So
And they still
now,
do all the servicing
and they
to
still do all the
those,
service.
so-
You still get your same bill from them. It's not like you get an additional bill. It's the same bill. It's just now on the bottom you'll have our portion as the supply portion, and we can even show the customers on how they can get that portion for free, just
Okay.
based off of referrals.
So we went from a negative word to free energy.
That's right.
That's
Correct.
huge.
How
That's
positive
huge.
can you get with that?
It sounds like people helping people to me, folks.
Definitely.
A negative word to free energy.
Yes.
How does that work? How can a person, let's say I decide I live in a state that has energy deregulated. That's gas and electric, as Blair said.
Right.
My gas and electric, the energy has been deregulated in my state. Let's say I grew up in Jersey. So
Right.
I'm in New Jersey. You come to me and say, hey, I can show you how this bill that you pay every month consistently, because I'm addicted
Correct.
to my lights being all right, to
Absolutely.
energy.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to gas. I have to have it So, and you're going to show me how I can get it for free?
Absolutely. Every day you're making recommendations. Whether somebody asks you what restaurant you want to eat at tonight, where's your favorite place to get a steak, what movie you want to see this weekend.
Okay.
How do I find out?
Talking about referrals,
right?
recommendations.
Recommendations. Everybody does it every day. Again, habitually, you don't even know you're doing it, but you're doing it, and we just simply don't get paid for them. With this company, what they do is they reward you for making a referral to use this company as a supplier. So when we're giving our customers a choice to choose. So they're choosing us. Now we give every customer of ours the chance to earn free energy. So everybody that wants to be a customer, where there's no cost to switch, there's no contracts, no early termination fees, we give them all a free website so that they too can send people to turn their addiction to energy into a positive, which would make it a positive swing in the yearly budget.
Saving up to 30-40% on there.
Or more. If you're going for the free energy. I mean, if your bill now is $200, in our case, we get about $155 is our historic average over the past 2 years. We get a check back from our distributor every year or every month, because we pay our bill every month. So we get a check back, and on average it's been $155 the past 2 years.
Wow.
And think about it. The one bill you will always want to pay is your electric or your natural gas bill, because if your lights go out because you didn't pay your bill, I mean, if you don't pay your bill, they're going to turn it off like that.
Right.
If you don't make a car payment or you don't make your house payment, not that I'm saying that that's a good idea, because make them. But if you don't, they don't come after your house or your car right away. So what most people will do is that electric or natural gas bill is the first bill they're going to pay. So if you can tell someone else, look, this is what I do. I get it, considerably cheaper. Why wouldn't they want to refer family and friends to the same program?
So if a person, real quick, if a person hasn't been keeping track of how much they pay every month,
correct,
how would they know that they're actually saving money? Hey folks, how y'all doing today? Good. Come on in. Take a look around. We're talking about people helping people. Are you folks, I see you guys have on your Penn State blue and white. Are you from Pennsylvania? Yes, sir. Okay. Now, is Pennsylvania, you mentioned that there's 14 states that you're helping people.
Yes,
Pennsylvania one of them?
Yes,
okay.
Pennsylvania's one of them.
Okay. So we're having a conversation about people helping people. You might want to hang out and hear, they're about to explain to us how me paying my energy bill consistently, I could wind up with a 30-40% savings, or even possibly getting it for free. That's huge to me, because any bill less in the month is a positive.
Right.
And the way that works with the free energy credit, we call it, is once we give the customer a free website so that they can refer people on. That way the business that they gather is definitely coded to them. It's not going to go to somebody else accidentally. So we give them a free website where they can send their referrals to. And then once they maintain 15 paying referrals underneath them, they take the average usage of those 15 bills, and they would deduct that amount from your bill every month.
And send the check.
Or it depends on the distributor. Some distributors give you a credit on your bill. Where we happen to live, we get a rebate check, because it's non-taxable, because it's a rebate check.
Right. Take care, guys.
That's a pay increase. That's
Absolutely.
a pay raise.
And the other cool thing about it is it's not income. It's a rebate. It's considered a rebate because it's already had tax paid on it. So it's a rebate.
That's
It's
even
not
better.
income.
Yeah, that's even better.
Yeah.
So possibility of being free, a negative into a positive, rebate,
And it's tax free.
tax free.
And a positive swing in your yearly budget. So.
Now I
And
got
that's
one
not
more
it.
question.
There's more to it.
Say
you have gas and electric. You can get 15 referrals on your gas and 15 referrals on your electric, and now you get them both.
So energy overall.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Natural gas and electricity.
Well, now I see coming up here, I'm on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, and I see these solar panels on the side.
Yes.
Are you guys in that business as well?
We will be in the second quarter of this year in the states of California, New York, New Jersey, and Massachusetts. We are opening up the solar aspect, so we're going to introduce that product as part of our line of products as well as solar.
Wow.
Yes.
That's huge. That's huge, folks.
It is.
You heard it here first on Nittany Sports Huddle TV. Would you like to give a website for the folks to come out and take a look at us before we get set to go into the game? So
absolutely. If you guys visit bqconsulting.energy526.com, you can watch a brief video on there, about 15 minutes long, and it'll explain more about the opportunity, plus where you can contact us there if you require more information from us. You'll be able to click a link, and then it'll send an email, and we'll be able to get you more information.
excellent. Hey folks, we're off to see the Nittany Lions. We're off to see the Lions. We're off to see the Lions.
I just want to know who you voting for, blue or white.
I want Penn State.
Okay.
Penn State. I don't even. I think I may have played. I always remember the white jersey, but I saw a picture of the blue jersey. But I remember. I saw a picture of the white
blue jersey was it?
No, but when I was most improved player and I got the Jim O'Hara Award, what color was that jersey? Was it blue?
Man, you know I've been hit upside my head. Try to hit it.
Hey folks, we're gonna go watch these youngsters
That's right.
beat each other up today. So,
Yes.
Brian, who are you looking forward to winning today?
The blue.
Mindy.
White.
Imagine that. Hey, Penn State Nittany Sports Huddle.com TV. We love you.